Hey, welcome, all my right thinkers. Thanks for tuning in and check out your boy, P Funk. Thinking right out here in my lab where I do what I do for you. I spend too much time out here in this lab. I got a nice little concept for you today. Let's see how this work out. I'm gonna go a little off script. I'm gonna, do my thing. I might have to go to the phone because this is an area where everybody got an idea about. So we're gonna talk about imagination and memory. Just to give you a heads up where we're going. And I say God is both. I say a lot of things, but I'm gonna see if I can make it make sense to you the way I conceive it and understand it. That's what I'm trying to do for you. That's right. Rightism. 25 rules to live by. Storytelling, story with a message. There's a message in my stories for life. I give you life lessons. You tune in and receive them. I greatly appreciate you. We got a good thing going. Let's handle our business. Right thinking mission, and I'm on it, is to enlighten, inspire, educate, and motivate you, the individual, to a higher spiritual level of enlightenment. Right thinking way of life through mental and spiritual discipline, practice daily, will help and guide you to attain your goal of reaching spiritual enlightenment, aka know thyself. My mission is that all right thinkers know thyself. If you're a right thinker, your goal is to know thyself. See where we're going with this? Let's get there together. So I'm going to ask the question, do you know you? You will when I get through. Yeah, because that's what I do. It's rhetorical, but if you know how to answer for yourself, tune in. I got you. A person who knows not and knows not that they know not is foolish. Disregard them. A person who knows not and knows that they know not is simple, but you can teach them. That's why I do what I do for you. Appreciate you too. Stay tuned. I got more for you. A person who knows not and believe and think that they know is dangerous, avoid them. I do. A person who knows and knows not that they know is spiritually asleep. I can awaken them. I'm your spiritual alarm clock here to wake you up with knowledge of self. Yeah, that's what I do for you. A person who knows and knows that they know is wise. Follow them. All these persons reside in you. Right thinkers, know thyself. And to my eye, be true. I listen to my man, the neuroscientist, and he make a lot of good points. He take the modern concepts of the brain and how it works, because he's a neurologist and scientist, and he compared to the Egyptian philosophical concepts, and he compares them perfect. So I had a concept. All right, right thinkers, do you know that imagination and memory are one and the same? My philosophy is God is both imagination and memory. Remember, he knows all consciousness. Remember that. So philosophically, let's see if I can make it make sense to you, because I heard him saying some things that I can relate to and understand. See if I can make it make sense to you. All right. But wow, yeah, I'm glad I practice cheating, basically what I teach, because I learn something every day. I'm a student in life, so I'm always looking to learn. I'm a master of my life, so I got that covered. Moving on, that's my concept, that's my point. So as I'm teaching what I know, I'm learning other things. So what I learn, that I can teach it to you too. So let's go. So my concept now is that imagination and the memory are one and the same, but it's all God. Your imagination is new to your conscious state of mind. Why? Because you projected into something that's not now, the future. Okay, remember, we think ahead. The mind, this thing out here, is timeless. It don't work on time. No. It don't work on right or wrong. It don't work on true or false. It just works. Start to understand that the mind is the hell of a machine. Once you know how to work it and use it, you'll benefit from it. Watch this. Just like in your dream world, you can only dream what you already experienced, what you've been through. A lot of times subconscious, what you heard during the day, what you stuff that you pick up. So you take that into your subconscious dream state. But when you get aware and your meditation program is on point, you will not have a whole bunch of eradicated nonsense that you take into your dream state. Why? You flush it out. Why? Meditation. Okay? That somewhat like clears your slate for the mind to operate at its optimum way it should, with not a whole bunch of stuff to drag. Like a computer, if you keep storing stuff, it starts to drag. You gotta do what? Trash it. Get rid of it. The brain works the same way. Everything in the computer is on your brain. I know that much. Why? I'm not computer literate, but I can think. Moving on. That's why. And again, God being all conscious spelled CONSCIENCE, meaning it's been scientifically proven. Man was given science to prove God. God gave us that gift so we can manifest and make sure we can prove what the concept of our imagination. And they say we come here reincarnated, we lose our memory. Same thing. What's this? And his imagination and memory is one and the same. He knows all. But when we're born, memory get wiped. We back here, start all over again. Why? Because if you didn't get enlightened, it's a concept, metaphorical, philosophical concept. Again, but it's all based on this thing right here. Your imagination can project you forward. Your memory just brings you back. The memory recalls what it experienced. The imagination can be whatever it wants. Why? It's on its own accord. And a lot of people can't separate imagination from reality. Fantasy, reality. The brain don't give a crap. Your decision, you got to be the decision maker. Because everything that goes on the brain, you got to manifest it. Remember, the thought, the word, and the deed. That's how it's done. That's the Trinity of God. That's the Trinity of anything. That's how you get something done. Two opposites and one in the middle to make it happen. No, I ain't going there. Stick to the lesson. I'm about to get a little... All right, back to the lesson. But now, remember, we imagine and we remember what? Only what we have downloaded on our computer. If I didn't download it on here, I can't pull it up. If I didn't learn it, I can't conceive it, perceive it. But my imagination, which is play tricks on you, can make you think you do. Let's get to that part next. I got a whole bunch of stuff. But I went down there. I started this lesson about 10. I spent last 25 minutes going on the goddamn mind, imagination rabbit hole. Getting the definition just to clarify. Man, okay, I got a whole bunch of stuff right there. I ain't got time for that, but it was fun. Why? Because I got a concept, and pretty much everything they said falls in line with my concept. I haven't been in their college, the university for neurology, but I know about the medulla, the omega, whatever you call it. I know, but see, again, I know these things, but I don't know enough to teach it. I understand it, I get it, but I ain't trying to teach it. Wow, you can just see, I remember. I know the brain got 12 sections, okay? A whole bunch of stuff I know about the brain from what? Listening, studying from somebody who know it, teaching it, and I grab parts of it. If I had to take a test, I could pass on just what I know, what I remember from what was given to me. That's called learning, comprehension. That's all that is. That's what the brain does. It downloads information, stores it, like the computer. Download. Okay, now it's there forever. So the computer don't forget. It got memory, okay? We humans have memory. They just showed us a mosquito's dick for some people. Excuse me, I had to make that phrase known. All right. If you can't remember 5 minutes ago, you got a problem. But that's personal. But the I, remember the I, the letter I, it has a dual meaning. This ain't the I. These are I's. E-Y-E-S. Two of them. The I, the one eye, the third eye they call, which is really the first eye because it's the singular I. Let thy eye be singular. They throw all kind of symbolism. I got to do another symbol because y'all missed a whole lot of stuff. And it's been around for a long time. Me knowing all of this, y'all don't see none of this stuff. And y'all practicing it. Y'all claim it, don't have a damn clue about it. Do some homework, please. Let me help you out with some symbolism. That's the fun part about it. That's where the knowledge comes from. I can look at something and tell what it means by looking at it. You see this eye, you should tell you, that brother knows something. See the pyramid, oh, that brother knows something. The hat, brother might know something. Listen to the damn content. You know the brother knows something. That's my point. Moving on. And that's all it's about. This I thing, it's a dual meaning. I gotta get this out the way. I don't know how I got to there, but let's get the I thing. The I dual meaning. I see. Okay, I see with these eyes, but I see spiritually with that inner eye, the third eye, and I see other people's spirit with that. It's like an X-ray. You can see, like Superman had X-ray vision. That's what he had. He had the ability to see through people. What I got the same ability to see the spirit from the real people. Okay, all kind of stuff that they give y'all symbolism, and y'all just go whoa and whoa. Okay, moving on. That third eye, and Superman had that, he called it, X-ray vision. But God, again, is the what? The ultimate I am. What? Again, yeah. But that didn't come from Moses. That's what I'm saying. He told us that a long time ago. I'm on. the hidden one. God is not physical. God is not man. God is not nothing but spirit and consciousness. He manifests the physical body from spirit to matter, and he accumulates the physical body. We're here to have a human experience. Okay? Again, getting back to the I. In the I, what's this? I am. He can be whatever he chooses. And we have that same ability. What? He made us in his image to do that. The ability to think, comprehend, and manifest. Calm down. But he, in the physical form, we need to have what? Male and female. He made the simple. He didn't have to do that. He created himself. He didn't make that. I see outward. We all do with this eye, these eyes, two eyes. But those who become enlightened, those who get insight, study, practice the philosophy, will know what? To see spiritually. The third eye, or for those who in the know that the singular eye. The I, L-O-L, that's who we are. And that's the I that should see what? Ourselves. To know thyself, the I got to be singular. All goes back to the one. I love it. And with the imagination and the memory, I got to pull it back together now. I think I want to know off, but I'm going to put it back together. With the I being singular, I see God in its entirety. In what? Myself. AKA, when you know who? That self, then your third eye is open. Why? Because you see internally. That's why. And that's the whole name of the game. That's the trick to get you to what? See yourself, to what? Know yourself and be your best self. And that's life at its best. The ancients lived that. They had fun. They wasn't bogged down a bunch of nonsense until the invaders came in. When you live in a philosophy, if everybody living what they practice in Africa, they did that. They didn't have boundaries. They studied over there. They probably studied there. We all lived in harmony. Anybody had no wars with no that nonsense. But again, that I, okay, I know thyself. You can't use these I to know ourselves. You need that third eye open to know thyself, to become conscious and understand what's really going on. And I know thyself don't mean the same thing as what I see or I know thyself. Again, the I goes here or go internal. The idea is they become one with the internal I, that one that sees all. Hope this is making sense to you. All right, let's get back to this imagination thing. All right, but the I have to be in play. Again, all seeing. But the imagination is what? Is your memory from what? Prior lives. You can imagine, you got spiritual imagination. You can imagine God. You can imagine whatever you want. And again, if imagination, if you can what? Perceive it, you should be able to achieve it. So if you want to become one with God, there's some things you need to do to make that happen. And with memory, when you come back, you realize who you are. With imagination, you can imagine who you can be. So anywhere you go, still got to have God in there. It's still the same thing. My concept. And I heard everybody give a bunch of definitions. Man, I'm not doing that. I'm not. Why? It's all everybody's speculative concept. And that's fine. And you can use it for spirit. The imagination is what? Imagining something that never happened. Okay? Like believing or faith is all the same thing. Your mind playing tricks on you. The ghetto boys. Okay? Don't let your mind play tricks on you. If you think you're waking up after you don't smoke, drink, or sniff something, you ain't woke. You're just under the influence. Know the difference between the two. The imagination and the memory don't. Okay, it's gonna work where it works. It don't know it's under the influence. Imagination don't know that it's tripping. Okay, so it's just doing what it does. But you, the deciding factor, got to determine what's real and what's not. And when it's all in your head, that's speculative. That ain't real. Okay, imagine that. Remember, make it different. It's only in your head. Once you speak it into existence and manifest it, that's the truth. Now, can you manifest your imagination? Can you achieve what you can perceive? That they're telling you had the ability to do just that. But those who just do that don't get nothing. Prayer without works. Same concept. The concept haven't changed. Just how they present it and what we look at it changed. It's the same thing. How about that? Going on. Now, man is ignorant of what? Of God. and not knowing themselves, what? Just like a baby born into this world, don't know jack. You got grown people, don't know who they are. Know they date, the name, all that, but they don't know themselves. Why? They trying to do that. They did everything except that. What did Christ tell you? Get the final kingdom of God and everything else will happen for you. We do it other way around. Expect to get the kingdom in the end. No! Sorry. No! Again, God dang it. The baby had to be nurtured, taught, and put on the right path. That ain't guaranteed that he gonna do it. But we give you the blueprint. You gonna follow it? That's not nobody's fault but yours, okay? We all got the same starting point, okay? As babies, ignorant of who we are. So, I wasn't born with this knowledge. I had to acquire it. He chose to do what he do. And that's the price you pay for that. Moving on. Now, there's a phrase that we back to temptation. Just my imagination. Running away. Yeah, you can imagine and you can just, another record called Pure Imagination by Lou Rawls, okay? You can imagine pure imagination. Ain't nothing like pure imagination. Why? You can be what you want to be. You can have all that. Hell, you do that on Cloud 9. You can have all this imaginary stuff going on, and that's fine. But when you wake up, like going to dream, it's all imaginary. Your imagination takes over. Why? It's all in the head, all mental. But when you wake up from that imaginary state, you're like, oh man, that was just a dream. What's the difference in you imagining while you woke and imagining nothing? That's going to manifest it. So it's just the same thing as a dream. Nothing. All mental. So manifestation is God's proof that he's God. Moving on. All right. Now, you ever had, deja vu. Oh, let me go back one more time. This one. Oh, the phrase imagination, I did that one. The other phrase, if you can imagine, if you can conceive it, that means you should be able to achieve it. My man said, think unlimited. Yeah, if you limit yourself, that means you're human. Unlimited gives you godlike qualities. The ability to what? Make whatever you want possible. Be whoever you want to be. Me, my best self. You, pick it. Your shot. But you ever had what they call deja vu? Like you've been here before. And we all have. Why? Because the spirit has memory too. It recalls certain things. And sometimes that button clicks and all of a sudden, I swear I did this. Imagination and memory come together. Okay? If it happened prior and not in this life, did it really happen? Your memory only can recall what it remembers from this life. Your imagination can go all over the place. It can make up stuff and say, well, it did. No. Imagination is just that, imagination. But deja vu is when imagination and memory has that collide. Okay? Get it? Concept? And that means what? I did this for. No, you ain't. No, you ain't. You're doing it now. You doing it. Your spirit done it before in another time and space. Get the concept? That's what I'm saying. It's all mental and it's okay. When you understand that, a psychiatrist will tell you the same thing. They tell you the same thing. I know all that already too. And I went to that damn college. This is all ancient philosophy. We know that already too. We psychiatrists. We was moving on. We knew how to use this thing, right? We knew how to use this. We really knew how to use this. So we was a lot more intellectually, technically, using our brain capacity. Now, not so much. But what's this? You ever had deja vu? And we all have. And that's because, again, the spirit that's in you, it's been around a while. You just ain't been conscious of why. You wasn't. This is a new shot. Your consciousness is at work now. If it don't do its job, it's what I meant eats belongs to the physical body. Your consciousness is wiped out. So I tell you, the hustle game, the devil, the ego, it have no game plan. It got no future. The light guarantees you what? After what? After this is over, we got something else for you. That's the difference. That ain't imagination. When nobody came out to tell you, okay, well, if you can imagine it, you can achieve it. Ding, 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 ding. Don't play the semantic game with me. It ain't about that. It's about understanding the symbolism and the reality behind it. This been going on for a long time. We just been here. I've been 67 years. That ain't nothing. That ain't nothing when you're dealing with eternity and forever. Yeah, he didn't get that long. But his life was a hell of a long run for him. He was at the deathbed. He had a hell of a run. Yeah, but when it's a bad run, it's going to run out. Good runs don't stop. That's my point. Moving on. But that's all in the mind. Again, in his mind, he's dying. The physical body, it's dying. But spiritually and mentally, you should be above that. You should be able to be better than that. Hold on, excuse me. Yeah, sorry about that. And remember the phrase of what? imagination, run away with me. And if you ever, deja vu moment, that moment right there. And what we mean by that is, only way you can have deja vu is what? Reincarnation. That means the spirit had already been here. They come back again to have what experience now that they already had before. Hope you understand this. Hope I made that clear. But reincarnation proves what? That the perfect, prove that fact perfectly. Why? Your spirit carries memory. Not imagination, memory. Okay? Imagination is your job to imagine and project, fine, but your memory is in what? The spirit. Why? Because it carries memory from the prior lives. That's what the memory is all about. Imagination, excuse me. The imagination is what you can project. Your memory is what you experience, hence yours. Imagination, you can project that anywhere you want, use it anywhere you want. And the brain don't care. Why? Subconscious don't give a crap. Why? That's all it knows. That's what it does. So you can only, here we go. And this is the part I got from my man listening to the professor. You can only, he made it clear, you can only imagine what's in your conscious mind. Like the computer, you can't download, you can't get information that you didn't download. So whatever's on your mind, that's what you got to work with. I understand it. So the more information you download, the more things you can fall back on. Makes sense. Understand it 100%. Excuse me. Yeah, I gotta call you back, dude. I ain't got time right now. I'll be done. Whatever. And again, that's the part about the reincarnation that takes care of that concept. You can only, again, imagine what's on your computer mind. Our minds are computers on our heads, given to us by the ultimate creator, God. Okay, that's the brain. Okay, that's the main, whatever y'all call it, mainframe. Everything comes from there. Hello? And we are fully programmed with everything we need. You just gotta figure it out. That's the beauty part of what? Having to figure it out. You got everything you need where? Inside you. And when we figure that part out, it becomes a game of what? Learning, understanding, and mastering. That's what I've been living. I'm loving that. Well, it's fun. And what's this? Our minds, again, our computers. But if you let your higher self, Yoda, your own decision advisor, that's what goes on in your head. Again, I got that concept. I love it. I got to get it out to most people I can now. And watch this. Your higher self will lead what? Your decision making. And Yoda, there you go. That's your own. Your own decision advisor is in you, not outside you. I'm not your decision advisor. No, I'm just a teacher, instructor, giving you that so you can do it for yourself. That's what it's all about, you having your own. You need to know God for yourself. Then he'll be your decision advisor also. And now you will make what? Better decisions. When you thinking right, acting right, you're going to get rewarded for what? That's all good things. And that's reward. Good deeds are rewarded. Bad deeds are punished. Moving on. And that's all common sense, known facts. But when you, right here, when you know right from wrong, and we all do because we're taught that, you can make the decision to what? To do right. A lot of us make decisions to do wrong. And then talk about the devil. No, you the devil. The devil know he got y'all hook, line, and sinker. Why? Because you play with yourself. You play mind games, think nobody know what you really doing, your intention. God is in the heart. He want that. He don't want this nonsense, faking him out, trying to pretend to be somebody you're not. He knows that part. Why? That's where you find out at Judgment Day. All that nonsense weighs heavy on the heart. So the heart ain't pure. That's why. And it's been known for thousands of years. I'm just bringing it back, trying to get somebody enlightened from a different perspective. I'm watching my man do it. He changed his whole life around because he was scientific, then he got spiritual. He brought the spirit with knowledge. Now he's a better person. He tell you that all the time. Okay? He's having the honeymoon in his life right now. Why? He got knowledge and he got spirituality, and he's putting them both together and he's living it. I've been doing that for the last 20 years. So thank you, Doc. I appreciate somebody understanding it from that perspective. Okay, here's his scientific neurology, but he had to get what? Ancient spiritual concept. And he still say we was way more advanced with using this than we are today. Why? We lazy. We want a computer to do the damn thinking. It's another lesson. Sorry, get back. Let me wrap this up. But again, when you know right from wrong and you do wrong, you make a bad decision, there's a punishment. The price that comes with that. I keep telling you that all the time. And I'm showing you the deal with making good decisions. I'm here now doing it. And what's this? If you're ignorant of yourself, that means you have no Yoda, and you're working on what? Egoism. You will make bad or wrong decisions when daily, continuously, you will continue to do the same dumb stuff. Again, ignorance would continue to do what? Same stuff, thinking they're going to make it different, make it better. No, same thing. Okay? Insanity, doing the same thing, expecting something different. Your information that you have in your mind, that you learned over the years, downloaded however you got it, and the imagination is being yours the whole time. You used it as a kid. We used to imagine we're going to stick and think of so all that. That's imagination. And the older you get, the less imaginate you want. You realize imagination is just that. You start living in a more real concept. You can bring yourself back to reality. Okay, you can't live in imaginary world. Okay, that's why kids grow up. All right, your memory is from what? This lifetime. I could remember being breastfed. Blah, blah, blah. Man, I don't give a damn. But I just asked my mom. I said, that normal? She said, yeah, because I remember being pulled from the crib as a baby. Okay, so we do have memory of this lifetime. Just depending on how you tap into it. What drama, whatever it was that caused that, you can remember. Mine was a good thing. I remember having my mother hold me, and I'm just, life is good. I'm sucking on that nipple. So every time I see Haru the Madonna, I can relate to that. That's all. My brother didn't get breastfed. He got the formula. Moving on. So I'll get the concept. And again, I can remember what I experienced in the early part of my life, that back to breastfeeding, sitting on the washing machine, knowing the street we lived on before I was 3 or 4 years old. So my memory pretty good. All right, some people are not, okay? But wait a minute, now when memory and imagination get skewed, oh, you hear a whole bunch of stuff. You don't know if it's real or what they're imagining. So that's the part you got to be aware of, all right? Now, I imagine, again, what I want. Oh, excuse me. Your memory is what? Yours of this lifetime. Again, I remember that. Again. But my imagination, okay, I can imagine what I want to do, what I want to be, but having memory is not the same thing. Why? It's all happening inside of me. But the imagination ain't really happening. It's just imagining. The experience, but your memory is taken from what? The actual experience. Hope you're understanding this. It's the same thing, but they got to understand. And I can't remember what I imagined. Why? But I have memory of what I did experience. See, that makes sense. To me, it makes perfect sense. I hope I'm saying it now. Hope you get the concept. I'm about to close up with this one right here. Sorry about taking so much time, but I hope I made the point. It was something I thought was important. But if my imagination is correct, I will what? Once again be what? One with my higher self, a.k.a. thyself. Going back where I come from. God. Going home, so to speak, whatever philosophy you use, but that's what it's all about. You got to make it happen for yourself. That's the difference. And I hope you enjoyed the lesson. I got to go. I see the clock running, but in closing, right thing, because me, y'all, it'll be 100, me 100 minus a day. So I never know my right thing, because we know the difference between imagination and memory have passed away. And remember, they one and the same.